Happy Sunday! Con nói hi, Ava. She's eating an Asian pear, in case you're wondering what's in her hand. So today, I did something amazing. And I have to share it with you. I don't have to do anything, but I would love to share with you. It's called Neurodynamic Breathwork. It's by this guy named Michael Stone. And you should read all about it. It's amazing. And it's about our body has a lot of like trapped emotions, and hey Rush, she just loves throwing everything on the floor. So our body has a lot of trapped emotions, and how this works is you release and you process all the trapped emotions you have in your body. Maybe it's from past lifetimes, maybe it's just from this lifetime, but you know, there's a lot of like trauma with just your birth. You know, like you're in the birth canal and you're all peaceful and quiet and you have all this food. All of a sudden you're contracted and you're pushed out when it's time to give birth, and then you're pushed out into this canal, and then you're kind of like you have a new life. It's like a rebirth where you dropped like this old life where everything was provided for you, kind of like in heaven, you know, where you're in a different realm and you think of everything that you need and you get everything that you need, and then all of a sudden
you get them all.
And all of a sudden Ava pushed Siri or something. And then all of a sudden you're in this earth realm, you're in this human form, and all of a sudden you actually have to speak and ask for stuff when you want something. You don't just think of it and it magically appears. And it's kind of like that. And so this work, it's so simple. It's just you can sit or you can lay down, and you do this breathing work. It reminded me a lot of when I did the ice bath. I did the Wim Hof breathing method. You breathe at a faster rate. You know, it's like a cycle of breathing with your stomach and your mouth, and then you get into this state where it's called a concentration of energy, where all the forces are concentrated. And so like your hands and stuff, like I had my hands like this beneath my chest, above my belly, and I had them crossed over here, and I was laying down and I could not move my hands. Like everything was just locked in place. I felt like I was in this cocoon of support and love, and it was just very healing and cathartic. And then you would process and release whatever your body felt you're ready for. And for me, it was a lot of grief and sadness, and I was just bawling my eyes out and I was crying. It was just lots of weeping. And then after that release, and it subsided, and then I felt this serene amount of love and peace and connectedness. Like there was like 200 people on this live session together, all virtually online through an app called Zoom, and it's like a video conferencing app. And I felt the love of all these people around the world. We all did this together. It was amazing. And the music that he picked out, you know, there was like the gradual music, and then there's this big crescendo, and that's when I was probably processing a lot of my emotions and my sorrow and my grief and stuff. And then the music started tapering down with like piano and singing as more peaceful music. And then you kind of bring yourself back to the present, and you kind of calm down and you kind of heal. And I just felt like I was just bathed in love and light, and just so much gratitude for all the people doing this with me. I felt so supported. It was amazing. It was so amazing. I highly, highly recommend it. This guy it's called Breathwork Online. I'll post the link below. The guy, his name's Michael Stone. He used to work with this other guy. I forgot his name. They did holographic breathing, where back in the day with psychologists and such, people would actually take like LSD and drugs and stuff, psychedelic drugs, to kind of like get into a different sort of realm or dimension, or kind of a different wavelength to experience certain things, or kind of like to simulate how a patient would feel. And then they found out that when the drugs became outlawed and it wasn't necessary, they found that you can actually achieve the same results through breath work. You're like, breath work, it seems so simple. It's just a matter of breathing in a very profound way, in a very deep way, where you fully oxygenate all your body. And then I think he sets the intention of how, you know, what kind of healing you get out of it. And then with the breathing and the technique and the music, it's just, it gets to a point where what does he call it? how it works. This is breathworkonline.com. And when you do this, your body produces a new neural pathway for you to really trust your intuition and your creativity to come up with solutions. It's so amazing. I was so astounded how well this worked. And let's see, what does he talk about? Preparation for first-time participants. He says, energetic blocks can be released, emotional issues can be resolved, personal power and creativity can be restored and enhanced. You just have to breathe deeply to the music, so let your mind get out of the way and let this inner healing power bring out what it is to be ready to be released, and try not to block it. So it's so cool because your body already knows what blockages you have, what suppressions you have of your emotions, and your body knows what you're ready to process, and so your body will bring up this emotion for you to process. And I was like, gosh, like, one session is surely enough, right? And this woman, she asked, she goes, hey, should I do this again? Or this one woman says, hey, this is my second time doing this, and this time I got to process this different emotion. And I was like, oh, people do this more than once, and you get a lot of different, like, your body will help you process whatever next there is to process. And he goes, we have suppressed so much emotional energy into our body and our psyche in our lives, and this is our chance to let it out. If something comes up, let it be as big as it wants to be and try not to suppress it. Also, let go of judging whether an experience is bad or good. You know, like, I can say, oh my gosh, like, I had all this grief and the sorrow to process. Like, was that bad? Was that good? No, I think it was just really important that I process it, because when I was young, starting at a very young age, in first grade, around when I was 6 or 7, I started repressing my emotions and not express them, so I can see why I felt like I needed to process this. But he goes, everybody has this amazing inner intelligence that, among other things, manipulates our 37 trillion body cells simultaneously at every moment without taking a break. When we get a cut, does our mind figure out how to heal it? Nobody knows what to do. Our body just simply knows what to do. In neurodynamic breath work, participants are advised to not go into the process with any agendas and to release any expectations of what the journey will look like, so that their inner intelligence can guide the journey to give them the experience they need in that moment. So your body is so smart and so intelligent that it will tell you what emotion or what thing does it want you to process. It's so cool. And let's see. He goes, in contrast, when we are diligently focused, our attention tends to be directed outward towards the details of the problems that we're trying to solve. While this pattern of attention is necessary when solving problems analytically, it actually prevents us from detecting the connections that will lead to insights and intuition. When you start doing breath work on a regular basis, you will have more access to this inner intelligence, so that can produce answers to the questions that our thinking minds cannot resolve through analysis. So going through this breath work experience on a regular basis produces the intended result of strengthening our access to this inner intelligence, and the particular experience that you have is of secondary importance. And he was talking about your body starts building new neural pathways to help you with your future encounters of how you deal with stuff. And I was like, oh, so that is so cool. What does it say? Breathing technique, preparation for the session. You can use an eye mask. It's so cool. I highly recommend it. Breathwork Online. Let's see, it's like 90 minutes. It's hosted in a Zoom conferencing software. He has an introductory to kind of tell you, like, if you want to lay down, if you want to sit up, you can lay on the bed, you can lay on the floor. You should make sure no one disturbs you. And then do what you feel like doing. Like, if you feel like laughing, laugh. If you feel like crying, cry. If you feel like screaming, scream. If you have like loud neighbors or neighbors that don't laugh with loud noise, you can scream into a pillow. What else? talks about any risks. If you have any of these risks, you shouldn't do it. It was just so powerful. I was just so impressed. I was so impressed. But check it out. It's called Neurodynamic Breathwork, Your Pathway to Ultimate Freedom. This guy is, I mean, I can't believe he can do this on like a simple Zoom software. We all sit and we meditate or lay down and meditate together, and you experience this amazing thing. He goes, these live online breathwork sessions are one of the most effective ways to create neural pathways to wake up your true nature by connecting with your own magnificence and your highest intelligence. Each live online breathwork session can bring you a powerful experience. Participants report experiences such as releasing energetic blocks in their body, connecting with their inner stillness, getting insights and issues into their lives, etc. Imagine the kind of life that is dominated by your ego mind, continuously repeating the same old thinking patterns, the emotional dramas that you have unconsciously created, or where you play the same role over and over. Or imagine another kind of life which is operated by your highest intelligence, where you are always building your life, accessing and using your creativity, and moving forward towards the results you want to produce. This is your ultimate freedom, the freedom to see your unlimited potential and navigate your life through to wherever you wish to go. Anyone can attain this freedom by simply creating new neural circuits and reinforcing them in your brain. Therefore, practicing neurodynamic breathwork online on a regular basis is a powerful way to support you in your freeing yourself from your egoic mind and integrate this deep inner work into your everyday life. If you are asking whether neurodynamic breathwork online will work for you, if you have never done breathwork before, or if you have done a different type of breathwork, the answer is yes. So, my father-in-law did it. He introduced me to it. I was like, did it today, and I was just floored about the kind of experience I had, and I highly recommend it. It was so powerful, very cathartic, very healing, and I just felt so connected and loved and so grateful. Amazing. So that was my plug for the day. I just did it and I loved it, and it's really cheap. You can do it for free. He usually has like a free session each month. It's about an hour and a half in duration, and then like he has like 30 minutes of introductory, and then an hour of like the meditation, and then maybe 30 minutes to an hour if you stay to talk about like how your experience was, and you can share it with others and stuff like that. Very cool. And then if you sign up for a session, it's $24. I think we use the code Summer Breeze is free, and then you can also sign up for a monthly membership, which is $48. And he has a session at least Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays and Sundays, or Saturdays and Sundays, or Saturday or Sunday. So you get a lot for your money. I highly recommend it. I'm just amazed, like he gives us just a cheap price. But the guy is amazing, so good. It's just this energy he brings. Yes, I wanted to share with you and how amazing that was. And the other thing I like to talk to you about is life coaching. If you don't already know, I am a life coach, and this is what I do for a living. Speaking of living your best life and accessing your actualized, fully expressed self, like life coaching can also help you get there. And through life coaching, having a coach in your life, it's a life-changing experience. When you have a life coach in your life, you start really seeing your potential and who you truly are and what you came here to do. And there's nothing wrong with you. You're whole, you're complete, you're perfect, you're divine, you are a being of light, you're a manifestation of the multiverse, you are a child of God. You are the ultimate magnificence and a manifestation of divinity. The only thing is, sometimes you really forgot about your heavenly origin. You forget about your true power that you possess, and you forget how you have the power to create the kind of life you desire to live. And many of us are not living here doing our soul's purpose. Like, we came here to do certain things and learn certain things and to experience certain things, and we actually have the power to create the kind of life we'd like to live. But many of us, once we reincarnated or incarnated into this human form on this planet, we really forgot how to do that. So, as a life coach, I help you access all of that again. so that you can have very deep, powerful conversations on a daily basis. You can shift any relationship you have with yourself, with your spouse, with your significant other, with your mom, your dad, your loved ones, your kids. Like, there is a powerful way of being that you could step into, or there is the resigned, passive, this is just the way it is, this must be the way to live, like I don't have a choice. You actually do have a choice. You are a creator by heart, and you have power to do all this. It's just that many of us don't even know how to start, where to start, like how to do it. And I didn't either until I hired a life coach in my life. And then I realized, oh my gosh, this is my soul's calling. This is what I came here to do, is to help people live a truly meaningful, truly fulfilling, truly powerful life. And that's why my coaching practice is called Soul Elevated Life. Soul as in S-O-U-L. Soul Elevated Life. Because when you truly elevate your soul and you truly see your soul's purpose, you start living a very deeply fulfilling, infinitely powerful, profoundly meaningful life. The one that you came here to live. And so that's what I do. That's what I do for a living. I help you access that kind of life. So if all of that sounds wonderful and you're like, sure, I would love to have access to that kind of paradigm. I would love to access that kind of realm. How do I live that way? Well, it starts with you hiring a life coach. It doesn't have to be me. If you resonate with me and you like my message and you like my energy and you like the kind of person I am, then we can have a quick interview. We can meet over lunch, coffee. We could do a video conferencing interview, and you can meet me virtually. It doesn't, so you don't have to be in the same city, the same state, the same country. And you can see if I'm for you and you're for me, and then we'll go from there. And we can start our coaching sessions on a weekly basis and really provide the space for you to have deep, transformative, soul elevating work. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I don't know. Like, I don't know how to describe what it's like to have a life coach in your life, but you start accessing the powerful you that you are, and you start stepping into a different energy that is really in tune with who you truly are, your actualized self, your fully expressed self, your transformed self, one that is truly aligned with your soul's purpose and your soul's alignment. It's very powerful. So, I don't care how you get to me, just get to me. That is a line from Get to Me by Train. And reach out to me. I have a YouTube channel. I have an Instagram page, Instagram channel, Facebook channel, website. Everything is called Soul, S-O-U-L, Elevated Life. And check me out. Reach out to me, contact me, and let's connect. Let's start giving you access to your truly soul elevated life. And I send you love, light, profound clarity, and infinite possibility for the life you desire to create for yourself. Here's to you living a soul elevated life, and I will see you tomorrow.